Well, I'm out here in the shop today and I'm working on insulating it, and as you can see, we've got this wall up, all insulated up, ready to go pretty much. And same with that back wall. There's a wall we built back there, and this side, well, it was a few weeks ago I suppose, we took all the stuff off, insulated the back, and then put it all back up. And all that's left now for insulation that we're going to do is the ceiling, which is an important one. And what we're going to do there is, I think what we're going to do is take 2x4s, and you can see it better on this side, but we're going to run them that way and just toenail them in, because they're not going to be holding much weight. We're not going to be walking on it. I'm just going to basically be holding up insulation and tarp. So we're going to toenail in 2x4s every maybe 4 feet or so, maybe 2 feet if we get ambitious like we did the walls. But and then we're going to take and staple this tarp to those 2x4s, and then we're going to go ahead and lay in insulation like this stuff, and hopefully that will keep us a little warm. One other thing we have to do is seal up these doors a bit. We've got to seal up the gap at the bottom, and the gap in the sides, and the gap between the doors. And I think on the bottom we're just going to get a strip that rides on the ground, seals it up a little bit. No big deal. Same with here. We're going to put a piece on the back side of this door to seal up against this one, because this is the one we'll be using to get in and out of. And over here I think we're just going to tuck a piece of wood in here flush, and that should seal that one up good enough anyway. But what I'm going to work on today is this door. Now, as you can see, we've got some foam on it, and there are a few areas, obviously you can see daylight through, that I need to take care of. I put this up a couple years ago, I think. This is just actually weather stripping out of the 95 Buick I had, for the door seals and everything, and I just tacked it up there to kind of help close that gap on the side. But today we are going to seal up this big gap on the bottom. Now, I thought a lot about how to do this, because I need something that can be taken up and removed, because we have to take this big door and slide it that way when we want to get a car in. So that kind of eliminated anything sitting in the front here attached to the door. And I have a feeling if I had, a piece of rubber or something on the outside, that would just get tore up with all the snow and crap and probably wouldn't seal very well. So I've come up with another idea. I've got this 100-foot roll of drain knit, which is fabric that goes around drain tile. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to cut it to length, roll it out, tie a knot in it, and stuff it with insulation. And then I can just go ahead and lay it in the crack of this door, stuff it in there, and hopefully it'll block all that wind and snow and dirt. You can see all this dirt that blew in here. Hopefully it'll keep all that from getting in my shop, help keep it a little bit warmer. So let's cut this baby open and cut us a strip and stuff her with insulation. Well, I've gone ahead and I've got my fabric cut to length, and I couldn't find any big chunks of pipe to roll it up on, so I've gone ahead and I've rolled it up on this 2-liter here. Hopefully this will be sturdy enough to work with, but we'll find out. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take the top of this 2-liter off, and I'm going to cut the bottom off as well. And then I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to tie a knot in it, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this insulation into, I don't know, 6-inch strips or so. Peel this paper off, and then shove it in the back end, and hopefully it'll just fill right up, and I'll have my insulated tube that I can lay in the door seal there. So I'll go ahead and see if this works. If it doesn't, I'll have to find a chunk of pipe, because this 2-liter might be a bit flimsy, but we're going to find out. Well, as I thought, the pop bottle idea didn't work. It was a little too flimsy, a little too small to do what I wanted to do. So I went ahead and I found a coffee can, plastic coffee can here, and I did the same thing I did with the pop bottle. I went ahead and rolled up the sock on there, and then cut the bottom of it out. And I've been shoving insulation in there, and it seems to work pretty good. Obviously this isn't the most beautiful thing in the world, but you know what, if it seals up that door and keeps a little bit of heat in and the snow and the wind out, and it lasts the season, I'll be happy with it. It's gonna get dirty as hell because it's white, but I can live with that. My shop isn't exactly the garage mahal anyway, so I'm going to keep going at this and come back at you when I'm done and see how it works. Well, there we go. She's completed. I got it tucked into the into the little crack there pretty good. Seems to be doing its purpose, serving its purpose. Like I said, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but as long as it keeps the wind from blowing in and the snow from blowing in, and holds a little bit of the heat, I'm going to be happy with it. So we'll see if it lasts the season. It's kind of an experiment, but so far so good.